Okay, so this topic right here, this is it's going to be a short one, and it's just me wanting to express why I can't have the summer that I had in 2022 or 2023. I'm talking about from June to August, and having a great basketball shoot around at the same time. Why can't I have both? Because look, when I started doing this gaming system for my basketball shoot around, shoot arounds, it started in June of 2023. That was late 2023, and this was after we experienced that 2-week period of that really strong June gloom, where it was overcast 24/7 for 2 weeks straight, right? So after that was done, after my family gathering, that last weekend? It was on a Saturday. I remember it was sunny. It finally started to get sunny, and after like how many weeks? 2 weeks, right? So after that, it was Father's Day, and then I started officially doing the gaming system. I had the tryouts for a few games, earlier in the month, but the actual gaming system did not begin until I was at Cruz Park. Then it was a new park to me because it was my first time visiting, and so that's from there, I started visiting a lot of these new parks, and by then the rest of all the Norwalk parks, and what was it, Carruthers Park, where else did I go to, and then Westboro Park, and then there's plenty of new ones, and obviously the one in Dana Point, where I did the then 7-year franchise anniversary with me and Mari. Look, man, it was just a lot of newness in that summer, and I know I had a really, really crappy basketball shoot around. I had a lot of losses, right? I remember Mari was not there. She was not there for pretty much the entire summer, at least until on Kobe Bryant Day. It was still summer, but it was already the start of school season then for some of the schools, maybe like high school or junior high school, elementary, and all that, or actually college for all I remember. So she was missing for pretty much most of the summer. So I mean, but during that summer, like in 2023, I've done a whole lot, especially this month. I remember this just on the last week of June, I just remember when Mari was not around then, I was exploring a bunch of new places. That coffee code place, I can remember that. I've done a whole, especially on my lunch breaks, I tried a lot of new places. And I remember also going to the Fire Museum in the Bellflower, pretty close to Carruthers Park. Carruthers Park was one of the new parks that I visited then. When it was new, I did pretty crappy. I made no threes at the time. But I went to the Fire Museum that last week as well. What else did I do? I went to Wild Rivers with Ray, Russ, and Neil. Irvine Spectrum with Naden. I think that was the last time we ever saw Naden. No, actually, no. Take that back. Last time we saw Naden was toward the end of November when we did the late Friendsgiving thing, and also his early birthday and farewell. Last time seeing him, right? So but as far as the summer is concerned, I feel like I did a whole lot more in 2023. Let's just be real about that, because it just felt like I did a lot of new things, and especially one time I had 2 weeks on my lunch break just visiting different coffee places, or just places where I get different beverages. And once again, I said Wild Rivers, and I know I did a whole bunch more. I just felt like looking back, that summer of 2023, It's 10 times better than it was last summer. And last summer, Mari was around this time after Father's Day. And my shoot-around season then, I started to dominate. So, I mean, everything just came in reverse. It was all reverse for me. You know, summer last year sucked, but on the basketball court, it was great. In 2023, you know, my summer outside of the basketball court is great, but Mari was not there. So, and on the basketball court, when I barely started doing my gaming system, still experimenting some stuff. I had no timeout rules then, but it sucked. It was bad, you know. So, you know, just it was all reversed in 2024. That was just last year, and then this year so far, yeah. I mean, I might just pretty much put my summer plans out of the conversation. I mean, yes, I know Abbas wanted to see. Oh yeah, let's not forget, Abbas in 2023 of that summer, you know, he had to deal with a certain body part of his that he ended up having to get surgery, and so it's to not hear from him in such a long time. It was like he was another best friend that was missing, right? Aside from Mari, who was missing. I remember, I think I did a shout out to both of those guys when I was in Glacier Park for the first time. Yeah, so yeah, Abbas was missing too. So, and now to see both of those guys back, you know, and active and, you know, fully present in my friend circle, you know, as like last year in the summer, it was good, you know, and I still did some things, but my summer just did not feel the same. It's a lot, just a lot of, I don't want to say drama, just a lot of stress, having to be at home a lot, just helping my family just rid a lot of things. I know how they feel as well. And this summer, dude, I'm not really gonna think too hard now, because like I said, dude, in that one video I said towards the end of May or so, that it was gonna be beginning of June, that it was going to be a while until I have a good year again. And I've made that clear, and I'm still going to make it clear to this day. Because going forward, going to 2026 and the rest of the way, you know, if I can just focus on rebuilding myself, then that would be the thing. But, you know, I'm not someone that likes to do a rebuild like that, especially with what I'm going through. But the problem is, the reason I'm saying this is because I'm still in this dump. And it's just like, no matter what I try to do, yeah, I can take therapy, I can see psychiatrists and go to church retreats and all that. I don't know how this is going to translate to a place like this, where I'm just constantly frustrated, and, you know, being here for too long, just continuing to have to put up with all the same crap. It's like, I don't even know, dude. Like, I need to get the hell out of there. That's first thing. I hate that I'm always thinking about the people that left, especially the almost 20 people that left in 2023. You know what I mean? So it's just, yeah, dude. So that being said, dude, as I look at my summer, you know, why can't I have? I mean, when am I gonna have a summer where, you know, we're both my basketball shoot-around and my summer just doing things is great, to where I would have pretty much an awesome summer. I mean, had this been the shoot-around like that I'm having right now, with the 48-26 record, having won a whole lot of games, and, you know, lots of, you know, great games and all that, and had this applied to the 2023 summer, you know, then that would have made my 2023 summer a lot better, right? It would have made it so much better. Same thing for 2024. You know, had I applied what my summer of 2023 was, you know, to 2024, and my shoot-around, you know, summer was fantastic with the 2 double-digit winning streaks, then I would have made my 2024 summer just as good. So I'm wondering when I'm going to have that, because both Abbas and Mari are present. I'm not present on Facebook right now. She's there, for sure. But this is just pretty much out of the books already, man, because I have a whole lot to deal with. Like I said, my outdoor freedom is just very limited right now. And I just feel like I would be pissed off because I can't celebrate me and Mari's 9-year friendship anniversary just anywhere so far. I can't detach myself from home. It's just so much going on. That's how frustrated I am. Now I get another opportunity that Abbas and Mari are around, and so I don't know, dude. I can continue to win games and all that, but it's just like, how can I have this balance of both? That's what I'm frustrated at, dude. So I'm gonna have to work on things, man. I don't want to go on too long here. So, anyways, I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna have to figure it out. Who knows if anything miraculous is gonna happen? But I'm just praying to God. But I just know this summer for me, it's not gonna be as good. Other than on the basketball court, I just don't see this summer being as good right now. Okay? So that being said, I'm gonna cut it. Y'all have a nice rest of your day. Peace.